It's me Z again. Today I'm going to show you some basic and advanced features of Google Docs, which is a platform we'll be using for many responses, as well as your essays and your paragraphs. So once you're logged into your CPS Google Gmail account, gravitate towards the CPS apps and look for Docs, okay? You'll be moved into the Docs homepage, where all of your docs are housed right here, okay? Also the ones that have been recently opened by you and are or have been shared with you. You'll see right here you have various templates. Some of them are appropriate, some of them are not. I would say that the letter one is probably appropriate, especially if you're still struggling with how to write a more formal letter. But most of the time, we will either ask you to create a blank document by clicking this button, or we will share a document, a pre-made template by us via Google Classroom, which will ask you to then create your own copy and work on that via Google Classroom. But for now, here's how to create a blank document. Click this button, and you are literally on the blank document. First thing we should do is add a title, and how about this? My favorite ice cream flavors, because ice cream flavors are awesome. So keep in mind that I will be sharing with you, along with this, a link to this video, a cheat sheet, and that cheat sheet gives you all types of formatting, helpful hints, and how to step-by-step directions, how to create the formatting that you'll be asked to use not only this year, but throughout the 4 years here, as well as later on in your college career. So we have a title, which is very important. We have some options right here. For example, file, right? You can share with others, make a copy of this document, download it as a different type of document. Often we'll ask you to download something as a PDF document, okay? View history, okay, version history. If you've made changes unnecessarily, you can always go back to a previous version and avert those changes. Print and page setup. Now page setup is very important. Click here, because that gives you the margins, okay, which is the distance right here and right here of your page. Most of the time, we will ask you to always be at 1, and I think that's the default set by Google, so we're good. But in case you need to check it, that's how you check it. File page setup. You can also change the orientation from portrait to landscape. I'll just show you what that looks like. Okay, now we have a wide piece of paper, but we'll go back to that, and we can just do it by clicking undo. So, very important right here, undo, redo buttons, print, spelling and grammar check, which are vital, okay? If, for whatever reason, you're like me, and the page that you're writing on, my favorite ice cream, wow, look at that, it even gives me a suggestion, ... we'll finish that later. It's too small, okay? You can't see this too well. This is where you go to blow it up. 125, 150 usually works and makes things more visible for you, okay? We'll skip that, but Arial is your font. We usually work with Times New Roman, so I'll change that right away, and 12, okay? Which I believe you can also set up later in our page setup, or we can't, but I know we can, and I will teach you how to do it later. Most of the time, of course, we will unfortunately stay with a plain black font, but if you would like to change something, you can do it here. Oftentimes, we'll ask you to highlight various parts of a paragraph, claim evidence reasoning, and this is where your various options for highlights are, okay? We ask you to stay within reasonable colors, nothing too dark, right? If you go with this, no one can see it. So let's undo that. Sometimes we'll ask you to either bold, italicize, or underline certain words, okay? We often do that when we do works cited, so you know how to do that. Sometimes you might be asked to link in a website to a particular word. So all you do is just highlight the word and then click this button, insert link, and copy and paste a link from a website, okay? Something that is associated with that, right? I showed you, if you've already seen it in the slides tutorial, that you can comment on a document, and it's equally true for here. If you're collaborating with someone, or if you just want to leave yourself some comments to go back and revise later, all you do is just add comment and write it here. Add website link. Now I know to do it. Okay. Sometimes we'll ask you to add pictures, not very often, but this is where you would do it. Upload from computer if you have something downloaded or uploaded on your computer, or search the web. Okay. These 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons right here, particularly 3, are going to be used a lot, and we're talking about justification or alignment. Right now, this text is left aligned, okay? Most of the time, that's how you're going to leave it. We write formally in the left alignment. If we write titles, however, we shift to the center. Sometimes we'll be asked to write aligned, okay? All of that, again, is on that cheat sheet that can be found by scanning the little QR code next to the QR code for this video, okay? Very important. Your essays will always be double spaced, and this is where we go for the line spacing. We go for double. Obviously, I only have one line here, but by clicking double, okay, you save yourself a lot of time. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen students do this. They know they need to have their essays double spaced, and they keep pressing the enter button at the end of every line instead of just making their life simple and doubling the line spacing automatically right here. Okay, what they do is they go like this, and now it's double. They go like this, and now it's double. But that's not the right way to do it. Okay. I think for now, that is all. That are all the most important options or aspects of Google Docs that I wanted to show you. Okay. We added a title. We learned about the important options under File, and I explained all of these, or most of these buttons for you. Okay. Remember, you can also share your document with whoever you want. I always share with Ms. Clark. Okay. And this time I want her to be the editor, not just a viewer, so I'm giving her full privileges. But if she changes something and I don't like it, I can always go into version history and catch her in the act. Okay? All right, that's it for Google Docs.